welcome back to the channel. Scott's Reviews. Today we're talking about cameras that I'm taking on the boat for the Disney Wish, which is coming up next week. So right now I'm filming on the Sony RX0 Mark II. Internal microphones up to level 20. So I like to use the internal microphones on cameras so you can hear what it sounds like and what you could get out of it when you need to get out of it. You can always hook up an external microphone, a lav mic, all that kind of stuff to make it better, but this is the worst case scenario here. I got it on a longer extension pole here, and to get a little bit distance away so I'm not so in your face. Reached out to Insta360 to see if I could test one of their new cameras, their new 360 camera with the 1-inch sensor, right? So everybody wants to get a hold of that one. Sent an email, got a quick reply that we'll be in touch. Let's look at your review. And it's been crickets for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I don't expect a response at this point. Sad. But if you subscribe more to the channel, boost up my numbers, I could be more of a influencer that they would want to deal with, right? Well, I decided to go ahead and purchase not the 1-inch, but the Insta360 One X2. Now I got that 360 camera for a couple of reasons. I'll go into that shortly. So let me go ahead and switch over to that camera, see what it looks like. Not really a vlogging camera of sorts, but I want to explain why I got it, what I plan to do with it. So if you want to come back and see that video in about a couple of weeks, you can do that. So let's switch over now and let's get going. Alright, here's Insta, right? We're all familiar with 360 cameras. Let's go ahead and do a spin around while we're here. Let's do a tiny world. Wait for that. Bring it down. And we're back down to a normal vlogging style of view. So I'll try to keep it somewhat about right here. And we'll just talk real quick about this camera. What I plan to use it for, why I want to use it, the way I want to use it, and see how it works out. So, 360 camera on board a cruise boat. Is it good or bad? So, 360 camera on the Disney Wish. Exciting boat, exciting camera, should be a good time. So, when I board the boat, I used to use, well, past couple of cruises are going on. When I board the boat for a Disney boat, they announce your name when you walk in. So I always want to get that shot when I walk in of the crew members stacked up in line. Announce your name, make sure you get that on the audio. And I want to get the reactions of my family behind when we get aboard, because there's a lot of stress getting on board these cruises now. So you wait a long time, you have to do COVID tests, all that kind of stuff, and you cross your fingers you can get on board, you make it. And then when you're finally on board, all that stress is kind of like, okay, we made it, now let's have a good time and enjoy ourselves. So some good emotions come out during that initial walk on the boat. Now I want to capture that. This allows me to do both, right? So I can put this camera on top of my bigger Sony camera, mount it on top. That way I can hold the camera, get good, like clear, full frame image shots as I walk on board the wide angle lens, but have this camera on top capturing everything around me at the same time. So I can switch back and forth from this camera to the big camera and get that initial shot in, maybe even a wide, tiny world view as we come on board, and then get those initial reactions of my family behind me. So again, it's a camera you don't really have to worry about. You worry about it later when you do your editing and your post-production. So that's the plan. I also plan to walk around with this camera on board the boat and do a 360 shots as we go. So I actually do 360 video on my channel, so you can walk down parts of the boat, spin it around, see different things you want to see, different bars, different restaurants, that kind of thing. Get a feel for what the boat's like, besides having someone walk around and talk about it using their phone or whatever. So that's the plan so far. Of course, I would love that 1-inch sensor to use to get the better indoor look, better in low light, all that stuff. But yes, I want that, but I also like to take this camera in the water. So I do a lot of water stuff, if you don't know, but it's part of my job. I'm around the water a lot, so I would like to have a camera that can always kind of get wet. I can put it on a jet ski or some sorts and not have to worry about getting wet. So I say so a lot, don't I? But that's one thing that I look forward to, is using my cameras around water environments. So this camera makes more sense in that regards. Okay. Want to see the fish? All right. So the big fish, I had koi in here before, and the big koi just passed away. I had 2 koi, so we moved in here, oh man, it's been like 15 years, right? And they lasted that long. I'm not sure why the big guy died recently. He kind of got bloated. These goldfish are hungry, so let's go ahead and feed them. Let's go have koi food here. That's the great thing about the 360 camera. You don't have to really worry about where you're pointing the camera. It's going to get the shot. Ready? That's a lot of goldfish. A little bit more. Anybody over there? One guy. Thanks, buddy. Here you go. They kind of see me walk around and they all know it's feeding time. That pump should be on, but I'm always having trouble with this pump, so I'm working on that. A lot of lilies. Getting a little crazy in here with the lily pads. Alright, enough about the pond, and this is more about cameras, right? So we're headed out in about a week. It's only a 3-day cruise, so I'll film as much as I can, come back home, and then kind of put it all together. We're also going to the Polynesian, do a little 360 coverage around there, kind of throw it into the mix, see what it looks like, the fires around the night. That's one thing I want to test. This camera around the Polynesian at night with the tiki torches. Is it all like stardust out with the light? Is it all like nasty looking, or does it look somewhat okay? I have to adjust the white balance on these. I was told keep it around 2700, I believe, more of a blue look, but maybe it's a preference thing. I try auto white balance, and I'll try to set it for a lower, cooler look to it. To see that video, you need to subscribe to the channel, and then that way you can come back and be alerted when that video gets posted. If you're interested in 360 cameras and you're interested in Disney Wish, you kind of want to put all that together, Scott's Reviews, stick around. Love to have you, and you guys have a good day. That's it. That's it. No harm, no foul. All right, see you later.